look at what's going on today in the online content world, we're seeing a huge amount of content that's really being delivered for free. Sure, there's advertising revenue that can get generated from it, but much of it is free to the end consumer. I think what we're now starting to see is much more of a push that says, if you want to be able to take this piece of content at high definition on your device of choice, wherever you may be, there's a charge for it. Amongst many consumers, they're willing to pay for that. Often one of the frustrations is there's no button for them to be able to press to be able to pay for it.
Some of the things Amdocs is working on that are pretty exciting, especially in the multi-service authentication areas, we want to be able to show you how we can take a product or a service, a user service, and say, I already know you're logged in. I already know where you're at. I know the things you want to do, and I can pre-authorize that. I can move that seamlessly through the networks to your device so you can watch it any device, anytime, wherever you want to be.
If you think about what's behind all that, is a massive information, tons of information about confirming you are who you say you are, or the device is what it says it is, so that's the authentication element. Then there's, what are you allowed to do on this device? What are you allowed to do as that human? What are you allowed to do based on where you are at any moment in time? All of these things have huge implications to authenticate and authorize someone to do specific aspects.
Well, so the biggest challenge is that you've got all these untethered devices, right, that use IP to connect to the network, and they now have to talk to the cable operators' back office systems, which were designed for QAM-based delivery of video, and all of that now has to be managed in a seamless manner. The customer could care less about the complexities in the back office. They just want to be able to pull up their tablet, click play movie and watch it. So there's a lot of authentication, authorization, basically the entitlements that the customer has, upselling possibilities, all of that that's currently done in the traditional cable realm now has to be ported into the modern IP and tablet world.
Authentication is proving you are who you say you are, or that a device is who it says it is. That's the first part of authentication. Authorization is very much, what are you, now I've authenticated you, able to do? That might be a function of who you are and the services you subscribe to. It might be a function of where the device is it in the home or out of the home, and based on those two mechanisms, what it's allowed to do. The last A, which is accounting, is effectively looking at usage charging or understanding that someone's actually consuming a service and it's recording how much consumption has taken place, and then that being reflected on what is charged to them.
So the increasing complexity that we're facing with the changes in industry require that the cable operator introduce new processes, new capabilities such as authentication, changes to the back office systems, the way we bill, the way we support customers in terms of their ability to connect with devices and set up profiles and manage their own data.
So at Amdocs, we're working to increase the lifetime value of consumers for our customers. And some of the things we're doing in terms of how we're making that possible is really saying, well, how can our end service providers, how can our customers start to offer more value to their customer base? Typically, the best way of doing that is to provide them with more capabilities, more products that they want to enjoy, more things that they can take. As we move more from this very coarse-grained product model to more finer-grained products, we're certainly able to do this.